We're going to move on to the press review with Dipti Kalonhon now. She's with me in the studio. Good to see you, Dipti. So we're starting with a significant state election win for Narendra Modi's party in India.
Yeah, that's right. State elections are a mammoth task in India with over 1 billion voters. They're staggered over several years. It always serves as a litmus test also on the Prime Minister, in this case Narendra Modi, who is midway through his third term, possibly eyeing a fourth term in 2029. The ruling BJP party has indeed wrested control of the state of Bengal. That's what that's the headline here from Deccan Chronicle. BJP storms into Bengal. This is a landmark victory which sees Modi ending 15 years of rule by Mamata Banerjee, one of his most outspoken critics, whose own party actually collapsed. In its editorial, the Deccan Chronicle says this victory is indeed a culmination of years of effort by the BJP party to pierce into this state governance. But the paper also reminds us that there was a big scandal right before this election. Some 2.7 million voters had seen their names deleted from the electoral list by the Electoral Commission for technical reasons, officially at least. But experts say that many Muslims and other minorities were overwhelmingly among those whose names had been deleted from that list. The Deccan Chronicle calling it a moral deficit that weighs on this victory by Narendra Modi.
Well, the other big surprise that came was in the state of Tamil Nadu in southern India, where a famous film star won with his upstart political party. Tell us about that.
Yeah, that's right. It's on the front of the Hindu here, Change and Churn. It says his name is Vijay. He's indeed, it's also on the front of the Indian Express today. He's Tamil Nadu's biggest film star, at least one of the most recognizable faces there. The 51-year-old made a stunning electoral debut. The Times of India has chronicled his rise to power in politics. He set up a fledgling party called the TVK party, and it actually won the state election, picking up 107 seats in assembly, making it the single largest party there with a relative majority, albeit. The Hindu, this Chennai-based paper from South India, says his party disrupted a nearly half-century of, quote, bipolar political landscape dominated mostly by two parties. And as the Times of India notes, a star is born in Tamil Nadu politics, describing him as quiet, introverted, and persistent. The general feeling, though, in the Times of India and other papers in this article here is is apprehension, really. Will he be able to convert popular vote into popular rule? That remains to be seen.
We're moving on to something a little different now, the Pulitzer Prizes.
Well, let's bring you some of the results of that. This is from the New York Times, actually winning 3 Pulitzer Prizes, including Best Breaking News Photography for the Palestinian photographer Sahar Al-Gora for his, quote, haunting, sensitive series showing devastation and starvation in Gaza amidst the war with Israel. The Times also picking up Best Investigative Reporting for its series on conflicts of interest and self-enrichment within the Donald Trump administration.
And a Miami Herald journalist was also given a special commendation.
That's right. Miami Herald journalist, Julie K. Brown was given a special commendation for her 2017 and 2018 work investigating Jeffrey Epstein and his systematic abuse of young women in Florida and the sweetheart deal he got from prosecutors. She spent 2 years trawling through court documents, reaching out to Epstein victims. She published a series called Perversion of Justice, later turned into a book. It became the groundwork upon which U.S. federal authorities reopened the investigation against Jeffrey Epstein and for which he was eventually arrested. Brown had been considered for a Pulitzer back in 2017-2018. However, Alan Dershowitz, a prominent defense lawyer for Epstein, had actually written a letter to the committee urging them not to give her that commendation. He himself, Dershowitz, had been accused of being one of the men Virginia Giuffre had been forced to have sex with. And all of this detailed in an article from The Guardian. Actually, you can still access it. This article dates back 4 years, but it's a good recap of Julie Brown's investigation.
It's great that she's finally being recognised. Finally from you, Dipti, we're going to be looking at the Met Gala because that took place yesterday night.
Yeah, that's right. And all the controversy around Jeff Bezos kind of gave way to the pomp and glamour of fashion's night of nights. Something there for everyone's taste, maybe not. It depends on what you consider fashion as well. These are some of the outfits we saw. Beyonce also in a lovely outfit. Olivier Rousteing, Madonna here looking very much like Morticia Adams in a goth-inspired outfit. Heidi Klum, also known for her Halloween parties, appeared to be channeling some of that. That's Heidi Klum just down the bottom here. My favorite here is Teyana Taylor, though, described by Cosmopolitan. I love their description rather approvingly as a silver mop meets Afghan hound. You can decide for yourself.
I have to say, though, Heidi Klum, I think she got the wrong memo.
Yeah, maybe she thought it was one of her Halloween parties again.
Yes. Dipti, thank you so much for that breakdown, Dipti, there with our daily press review. Stay with us here.